Okay, fourth grade. Today you should be working in your math book. And so on page 232, the two-story problems are pretty tricky. I thought we would do them together. So get out your paper and a pencil and let's get started. Okay, so let's look at the first story problem. The first story problem says Rosie bought 3 2/5 yards of material for $4.25 per yard. How much did she spend? So in order to solve that problem, we are going to need to multiply 3 2/5 times $4.25. So 3 2/5, whoops, 5 looks kind of funny. Try that again. 3 2/5 times $4.25. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to make this number into an improper fraction. So we go for 5 times 3 plus 2, 17/5 times 425 over 1. That needs to be made into an improper fraction as well. Okay. Now we notice both of these numbers, we're going to use cancellation, end in 5. So we can divide each of them by 5. So 5 divided by 5 would be 1. And 425 divided by 5 would be 85 cents. Okay, so now 17 times 85 cents is $14.45 over 1. And then we would write that as $14.45. That would be the answer to the first problem. That is how much she spent. Okay, so now let's look at the second problem. The second problem is even trickier. Noah saved 4,732 pennies. He gave 2/7 of the pennies in the missionary offering. How many pennies does he have left? Write the amount that is left using a dollar sign and a decimal point. So we need to figure out what's 2/7 of 4,732. So it's a multiplication problem. 2/7 times 4,732. So again, 2/7 times, you're going to write over 1. Now, what makes this tricky is we can also use cancellation here as well, okay? 7 divided by 7 is 1. 4,732 divided by 7 is 676. Okay? So then 2 times 676 is 1,352 over 1, and that would be 1,352 pennies gave. So that's the first answer. But the question says, how many pennies does he have left? So in order to solve that, we have to start with how many pennies he started with. Okay, 4,732 is how many he started with. He gave 1,352. So we're going to subtract. Okay. Okay, so then we have 3,380 pennies left. Okay. Now the next step, the next question says, write the amount that is left using a dollar sign and a decimal point. Because we're talking about pennies, we can go ahead and put the dollar sign at the beginning, and it would be $33.80. So you need to have all 3 of these answers on your math page, okay? Because you need to have, there's 3 different answers. So make sure you have all 3 answers with your work. That was a pretty complicated problem.